Once upon a time, in a small, sleepy village nestled amidst rolling hills, there lived a man named Samuel. He was known far and wide as the poorest man in the entire village. Samuel's modest, ramshackle cottage stood on the outskirts of the village, its thatched roof barely keeping out the rain, and its wooden walls weathered and worn. His meager possessions included a few pots and pans, a threadbare quilt, and a rusty old bicycle that had seen better days. Despite his humble circumstances, Samuel was known for his warm heart and friendly disposition. He always greeted his fellow villagers with a smile, and he never hesitated to help those in need. Samuel had a knack for making people feel valued, and his presence was a ray of sunshine in the lives of the villagers. One sunny morning, as Samuel was pedaling his creaky bicycle to the village market, he spotted a small, tattered book lying by the roadside. He stopped to examine it and discovered that it was a diary. The diary was old, its pages yellowed with age, but its cover bore the name Eleanor. Samuel decided to take the diary with him, thinking he might be able to return it to its rightful owner. As he continued his journey to the market, he couldn't resist flipping through the diary's pages. It was filled with heartfelt entries, recounting the life and dreams of a young woman named Eleanor. Samuel could sense the love, the hopes, and the adventures that had been penned on those fragile pages. He felt an instant connection to the diary and its mysterious owner. When Samuel arrived at the market, he began asking around to see if anyone knew of an Eleanor who had lost her diary. Hours passed, but no one claimed it. Samuel knew he had to find the rightful owner, so he decided to go door to door, asking his fellow villagers if they knew anything about the diary and its owner. Days turned into weeks as Samuel tirelessly searched for Eleanor. He was met with sympathy and encouragement from his fellow villagers, who were touched by his dedication. The village had never seen such an outpouring of support for a common goal. Finally, on a warm afternoon, Samuel knocked on the door of a quiet cottage at the edge of the village. An elderly woman with kind eyes answered. Her name was Mrs. Thompson, and she had a tired but sweet smile. "Hello, ma'am," Samuel greeted her. "I found this diary by the roadside, and it's been signed by an Eleanor. Are you Eleanor, by any chance?" Mrs. Thompson gasped, and her eyes welled with tears as she saw the diary in Samuel's hands. "Yes," she whispered, taking the diary from him. "This belonged to my daughter, Eleanor. She passed away many years ago. We thought it was lost forever." She invited Samuel inside, and over a cup of tea, she shared the story of her beloved daughter, Eleanor. Samuel listened with a heavy heart, touched by the love and longing in Mrs. Thompson's voice. She told him how her daughter had been a dreamer, how she had filled the diary with her aspirations and the adventures she'd hoped to embark upon. As a token of her gratitude, Mrs. Thompson gifted Samuel a small, worn key with an ornate design. She explained that it had been Eleanor's favorite key, though its purpose was a mystery. Samuel thanked her for sharing the story and the key, though he couldn't help but wonder what it might unlock. Over the following days, as Samuel pondered the significance of the key, a growing sense of curiosity drove him to explore the village in search of the mysterious lock. He visited forgotten corners and explored hidden paths, until one day he stumbled upon an old, abandoned shed near the edge of the village. With the key in hand, he cautiously approached the door and turned the lock. The door creaked open to reveal a room filled with sunlight and treasures. It was Eleanor's secret hideaway, untouched for years. Inside, Samuel discovered stacks of beautifully painted canvases, a violin, and a pile of handwritten letters addressed to distant lands. Eleanor's dreams were laid bare before him, and he felt a deep sense of gratitude for having uncovered this hidden gem. Over time, Samuel and Mrs. Thompson became close friends, united by their shared connection to Eleanor. The village, too, embraced Samuel's newfound wealth of friendship and discovery. Samuel's heart remained as warm as ever, and his kindness continued to light up the lives of those around him. And so, the poorest man in the village became the richest man in his own way, as he unearthed the treasure of friendship, dreams, and a lost soul's legacy. The tale of Samuel and Eleanor's diary became a beloved story passed down through generations, reminding all who heard it that true riches are often found in the most unexpected places, in the bonds we form, and in the dreams we share.